Are you a filmmaker entrepreneur? Are you still trying to figure out how to distribute your film and maybe wondering where the film industry is going? In this video, I will explore different facts and my personal opinion on where virtual reality is going. To do that, we need to get to that reality. Like, subscribe, you know what to do. Still in Aguilar, California, and as I was hiking today, I thought to myself, where is this whole virtual reality thing going? And how does it play part in filmmaking or the filmmaking industry? I did a little bit of research and I have my personal opinion about it. So here it goes. First came sound, then color, then 3D, then 4D. And I guess now VR or virtual reality is lining up to be the next big thing, or maybe experience making. Since 2014, when Facebook acquired Oculus, which was a VR company at the time, the tech world and media started lining up to be the first ones. The tech world and media started lining up to become the first ones that were going to be a part of this new virtual reality world. How will virtual reality play a part in cinema theaters? IMAX has revealed plans to develop a premier virtual reality offering, which lines up several directors that are going to produce projects that are going to be displayed in virtual reality in different cinemas, malls, theaters around the country. Action and Explosions addict director Michael Bay is lined up to be one of the first ones to direct set projects. Fox, Disney, Lionsgate are among some of the studios that are spearheading some of the projects and funding a lot of these experiments to start playing in cinemas across the United States. They're calling it 360-degree movies. Want to know what Steven Spielberg thinks about it? The iconic director recently said, "The only reason why I think it's dangerous is because it gives the viewer a lot of latitude, not to take direction from the storyteller, but make their own choices of where to look. I just hope it doesn't forget the story when it starts enveloping us in a world that we can see all around us and make our own choices to look at." I completely understand where he's going. I mean, filmmaking and storytelling at its core is the way the storyteller guides the audience. Others don't really agree with Spielberg. Even the greatest cinematic achievements are inherently oppressive to the viewer, asserts digital trends. The camera tells you where to look and what to look at. Ew, who'd do that? Flatties is what the media is calling traditional movies now. Other VR storytellers are exploring the opportunity to change the dynamic between the storyteller or the filmmaker and the audience. In other words, they feel like the audience is gonna have some freedom to really explore the world that they're being presented by the storyteller or the filmmaker. Whether VR is going to make it in mainstream media, depends on the quality of the storytellers or filmmakers it's going to attract. Now here's the question that everyone is asking. Will VR replace movies? The short answer to this, in my opinion, is an absolute no. The reason why is because there is a towering problem that VR filmmakers have not cracked, that is capturing the audience's attention. You see, filmmakers and directors don't just direct actors, but they also direct an audience. With different effects, angles, colors, they're directing where the audience is looking. That's how they can affect the audience's emotions. And you see, putting a camera in an environment and letting an audience see that environment as a whole is not necessarily storytelling. The biggest challenge for VR filmmakers at the end of the day is going to be to add a plot to that environment. I mean, there are already good VR films, short films. There are also a lot of VR videos for video games. Someday there might be like some sort of hybrid between movie, video games, and films. But VR will remain a novelty experience, the same as IMAX or 4D, until the filmmakers figure out how to tell a story within a VR environment. New inventions rarely replace others. Usually they just kind of add to it. And I think that's the situation here. VR is its own thing. I see it as a tool, and we need to start discovering how we can use this tool to tell stories. It will enhance the experience of the audience, and it will give us filmmakers more opportunities to tell our story and reach the masses. What are your thoughts on VR and the VR movie experience? I'd love to know if any of you guys have more insight as to where VR is going in the cinema world. Please let me know in the comments below. We're continuing to navigate what it means to tell our story and reach the masses. Join me in this journey to learn the power of storytelling to drive the success, growth, and influence of our films. See you next week.
still remain.